Remember those endless summer nights? Fireflies blinked, crickets chirped. The air, thick and heavy, held the promise of adventure and fear. Because childhood is a tapestry woven with laughter and terror, where shadows hold monsters and the familiar becomes frightening in the blink of an eye. These are not stories for the faint of heart. These are the whispers from the edge of the campfire, the tales that linger long after the lights go out, the memories that claw at the edges of our adult minds. These are true horror stories from childhood. Childhood is a time of vivid imagination, a time when the line between reality and fantasy blurs, when every shadow seems to writhe and every creak of the floorboard could be a monster lurking beneath the bed. We were small then, vulnerable, our minds fertile ground for fear to take root. And fear, like a childhood bully, has a long memory. It lingers in the shadows, waiting to pounce when we least expect it. The things that scared us as children may seem silly in the harsh light of adulthood, but the terror they evoked was real. Picture it, the 1990s, suburban America. The scent of freshly cut grass hung in the air, a stark contrast to the metallic tang of fear that clung to me. We lived in a two-story house, a cookie-cutter replica of every other house on the block, yet it held secrets, dark corners where my imagination ran wild. Our street was a haven for kids, a playground of bikes and rollerblades, but after the sun dipped below the horizon, the shadows stretched, twisting the familiar into something sinister. Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer flickered on our TV screens, their chilling tales seeping into our subconscious. One stifling summer night, the fear that had been a low hum in the background of my life swelled into a deafening roar. A storm raged outside, the wind howling like a banshee, rain lashing against my bedroom window. The power flickered, plunging my room into darkness, and then I heard it, a slow, deliberate creak. It came from the attic door at the end of the hallway, the door that was always supposed to be locked. My breath caught in my throat, my heart pounded against my ribs like a trapped bird. It was the sound of nightmares, the sound of something moving, something alive in the darkness above. Terror, cold and clammy, gripped me. Every scary story I had ever heard, every monster that had ever lurked in the shadows of my imagination came rushing to the forefront of my mind. The creaking continued, each groan of the door a fresh wave of panic. My mind conjured up images of escaped convicts, of monstrous creatures, of things that go bump in the night. Logic fled, replaced by primal fear. This was the moment I was sure that my childhood nightmares became a terrifying reality. Another memory, equally unsettling, surfaces from the murky depths of my childhood. The woods that bordered our neighborhood, a place of wonder and exploration during the day, transformed at dusk into a menacing, forbidding realm. I remember venturing into those woods one twilight hour with friends, the air thick with the smell of damp earth and pine needles. We were playing hide and seek, giggling nervously as we dared each other to venture deeper into the gloom. And then the laughter died in our throats. A twig snapped, footsteps rustled in the undergrowth. We froze, our eyes wide with fear, our hearts pounding in our chests. Was it just another kid playing a prank, or something more sinister? We never found out. We ran, our fear propelling us through the trees, the sounds of our own panicked breathing echoing in our ears. The woods, once a place of adventure, became forever tainted with fear. The memory of that night, of the unseen terror that lurked in the shadows, left an indelible mark on my young mind. These stories, these fragments of fear from my childhood, may seem insignificant now, mere shadows of a distant past, but they shaped me nonetheless. They taught me that fear is a powerful emotion, one that can linger long after the threat has passed. Even today I find myself avoiding dark attics and approaching shadowy forests with a healthy dose of caution. The scars of childhood fear, though faded, remain. We all have our childhood horror stories, Those moments that sent shivers down our spines and kept us awake long after our parents had kissed us goodnight. They are the threads that connect us, the shared language of fear that transcends time and experience. So gather round, dear readers, and share your own tales of terror. Let us revel in the chills, the goosebumps, the delicious thrill of remembering the things that went bump in the night. For in the telling, we conquer our fears, we find solace in shared experience, and we keep the spirit of Halloween alive even in the harsh light of adulthood.